Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be replacing the infamous MJ taillights. Okay, so we had got, some of you may know if you own a Jeep Comanche, but the taillights are very hard to find. And just recently, quite literally, just probably a couple of weeks ago, Oracle, a manufacturing, like a light manufacturer, came out with, and I had pre-ordered these, an MJ specific Jeep Comanche MJ tail lights. Because if you are familiar with MJ tail lights at all, you know that these are very valuable and hard to come by, and a lot of them crack. Like if you were to zoom in on mine's got some like little hairline cracks throughout them, but mine are actually better than most people's. Both of mine. I don't have any big chunks taken out or major actual splits in the actual lens itself. But these are usually very expensive if you were to find used ones, because these are the only way you can get taillights is finding a good pair of used ones. Open up the box here. You remove this piece of foam. Two taillights with some wrap on them. Looks like you got plug connectors, quick connectors there. And you actually have the wire harnesses, which already come with like the splicing little connectors. So I'm assuming you're most likely gonna have to cut the wires from your original tail light harness, and then use those connectors, connect these ones so they can then quick connect to these. Looks like there's only two screws holding in the lens, which is this one and this one, but looks like I'm missing one down here, so I only have one. It looks like a star. Well, I'll have to go get that. I don't have that. Off to a great start. All right, guys. Sorry I had to go get these. I don't even know what these are called. The ones that look like a little star. Okay. So that's what you need to remove these. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now I'm assuming there's something probably on this side. Yep. You would have one here, one all the way up here, and then two on this side here. I only had one on this side and then one in here. So obviously these have been removed before. Yeah, these guys have seen better days for sure. But actually the housing really isn't bad, at least not that I can tell. See where the 4 holes are. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, that's one bulb. That's 2 bulbs. So each and every one of them, there's tabs on all 3 of them that you squeeze and then twist so that they can come out. Because if you look, there's 1, 2, 3 tabs. And my housings all look pretty good, actually. The headlights have got some like sun wear, and looks like they're starting to warp and kind of crack. Definitely got some cracks on them, but nothing's chipped or broken. Okay, so just so I can remember, this was the top one, this was the middle one, this was the bottom one. And it looks like this one's got 2 wires coming out of it. This one's got 3. And that one's got 3. Geez, that just looks horrible. So I'm gonna kind of clean this up, remove this tape here so I can see the wires a little better. Maybe even try to clean them so I can see what colors they are. Okay, so now I got these kind of wiped down and cleaned up. You can see that this bottom one here has got 2. A black one and then a black with a white stripe on it. And then you have that middle one, so let me get that one out of the way. That middle one actually has got quite a bit tied into it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires in this one. However, the 2 that are coming off of this, that blue and the brown wire, piggyback off that one to this. I don't know if that's the right term, but that's kind of how I see it. And then you have, this one has its own individual black one, and then this one has its own individual black one right there. And they give you a pretty good instructions too. Well, I guess we'll see if they're pretty good. like I already did step 2, step 3, step 4. I'm on step 5 where it's showing you to start cutting the wires off of your existing little light bulb, whatever those are called, light bulb housing, light bulb sockets. So I got 2 on one of them. I got 3 on the other. Yeah, so I guess I'm assuming it's going to be 2 and then 2 3s. Yeah, so it says start on the bottom socket with 3 wires only. In my head, when it says bottom socket, I would assume it's this, but in the picture it's showing this one. So not this one, not your, I guess your brake light, or your, I'm sorry, reverse light, I guess. But it would be this one here, because that one has 3 wires, because it says the one with 3 wires only. So one that only has 3 wires would be this one. You're probably gonna need a set of these, so you can cut them and then crimp and then strip as well. Cut them a little bit further away, just in case I ever want to reconnect my old ones for any reason. Okay, I did the one with the 3. Left a little bit of wires on them just in case. All right, now that I got these stripped, it says here I'm going to be connecting the black wire to the black wire on here. Okay, so black to black. And then it's going to be blue to white, and then brown to yellow. Okay, I just crimped these. Make sure you give a light little tug on them, make sure they don't disconnect, and you should be good to go. These aren't my favorite connectors. I usually like to either try to solder them together or use something like this. These are pretty much like little shrink wrap connectors, and then there's some solder metal in the middle, and then you heat it up once you put both ends in, then it'll like shrink and melt them together. Only reason why I'm using this is because it's what it came with, and I'm lazy, so I'm just going to use the push connector. So that's one. Again, this is the one with the 3 wires only connected to it. And then the next one we're going to be doing is going to be this middle one that has the 5 wires connected to it. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and cut these ones, the same thing that we did on this one. Now just remember that this one is piggybacked off of this one. I'm assuming that's how it came factory. It's a little hard to tell on the photos there, but it literally says the next step is to cut all of these, and then the brown wire that you just connected to this clip up here, and the other brown wire that's on this one only, you're going to tie them together to then put them with the same color code. So again, brown to yellow, blue to white, and black to black. But this time in these you're going to have both blues twisted together into the white and both browns twisted together into the yellow, and then it just has one black wire, so black to black. Okay, it was a little difficult, but I have both of them connected now. You can see, where is it the best to see? You can see that on these 2 right here, see how there's 2 going into that one? Right here, that's 2 brown, and then this one's got 2 blue, and it's piggybacked off this one. So it's pretty much the same idea as what the originals were, but you were just tying them together. Now the only one that's left is this black one, and then a brown one with a white stripe on it, which I'm assuming is going to be this, and it's going to be black to black and white to that brown with a white stripe on it. But just to confirm, black wire to black, white wire to brown wire with white stripe. All right, do the same thing. You're going to cut them, strip them, and then connect them. All right, once you're all done with that, it does say to use some heat to go ahead and shrink the shrink wrap around it so no water can get inside. Once you do that, these are pretty much plug and play. So you plug these in. They come with the screws for this side, and then I think they also come with the screws. Yeah, they come with the other screws for these as well. They gave you some new clips in here, so you're gonna have to try to remove these clips, install the new ones, and then it comes with the screws already on it, and then the other screws are already kind of on the tail lights themselves. So once those are in, then you go ahead and connect your quick connects. and then go ahead and put them in and try to make them look as best as you can. Okay, now before you officially hook it up, I almost forgot this, to go ahead and test them. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the vehicle and see how they look. Kind of hard to tell, but they are on. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna go and test the brake light. I mean, the reverse light. Well, they work, as you can see. It turned on. So now I'm going to go ahead and shut it off and then hook it all up. So I know that a lot of the complaints about the visuals of these lights are that they're a little bit beefy, a little thick around the frame of the actual bolt of the lenses themselves. Whereas these, they're just like all red completely. But I really think, okay, honestly, I think it depends on what color MJ you have. I think white, these look pretty damn nice. However, I can understand why you'd want to keep with the OEM feel. My goal for my MJ, stylistic wise, is to have an overwhelming amount of OEM stuff on it. However, there are certain things like the headlights and the tail lights, and like probably, obviously tires. And I'm going to be putting a lift on it. Not a crazy lift, probably a maybe 3-inch lift at most on it, just so I can fit 32s on here instead of 31s. And then we can, or maybe even 33s, I'm not sure yet. But it's not going to be a crazy off-road Baja type of vehicle for me. I do want a lot of it to be OEM. I'm going to be changing out to a lot of the black stuff to chrome. The fenders are going to stay though. It's going to be kind of in the middle. I want it to be a toy and something I can drive around with modern touches, LED tail lights, LED headlights. But I also want it to have a undoubtedly look that, dang, this looks back from the 80s. So anyways, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the MJ taillight installation. I'm going to go ahead and continue on and do my other one so that they match. And then I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.